Hello, folks. The MegaMets podcast is back tonight. New Japan Pro Wrestling's Sakura
Now
Genesis
we get to the good stuff.
4. Locate date April 6th. Location Ryogoku Sumo
In Yokohama and Sumidaku in Tokyo.
Yep.
We have, ladies and gentlemen, 9 matches in this card, and this is going to prove to be such fun.
These matches on paper seem pretty good to decent, but let's run them down. We kick it off with a tag match. Ryusuke Taguchi and El Desperado against TMDK's Kosei Fujita and Mikey Nickel. And Zack Sabre Jr. I don't know where the heck Shane and Fujita were all NJC tour. I think from what I understand, Shane's either dealing with something at home in Australia or he's injured. But where the heck was Fujita to provide front corner man support? And throughout the tournament.
Yes, indeed. Not to mention, I'm seeing a lot of tag matches in this card. Theodore Long would have a field day.
It's always a tradition with this company. Tag matches to serve as appetizers and the major storyline matches for the main course.
Well, as long as the appetizers are pleasing, I got no complaints. If I were to pick, I would have to choose Taguchi and Desperado.
I'm going TMDK.
Fair enough.
BUSHI and Hiromu Takahashi of LIJ against Bullet Club's Gedo and David Finlay. I'm going to be blunt. I was pissed when Finlay ended up getting sick and pulling out of the New Japan Cup. If it weren't for the fact that he caught a bug, he would be the one in the main event, not Yota Tsuji facing Tetsuya Naito.
Real life can sometimes change on a whim.
I know. Karma's a bitch.
Karma always is a bitch. What else can you do?
True. That said, this is basically a match put in to help Finlay make up for lost time. He's going to go overkill. Bushi eats the pin. I'm giving this to Bullet Club.
Bang, bang, bang. My vote's on the Bullet Club as well.
We now go into 6-man tag action. You take this one.
All right, so on one side, we have DOUKI, Yuya Uemura, and SANADA. And on the other side, we have Callum Newman, the Great Okan, and Jeff Cobb.
Of the United Empire.
Exactly.
And you got to figure, the NJC was embarrassing for the United Empire. None of their representatives got out of round 1.
That was bad.
Not Callum Newman, not Okan, not Cobb. And it's worse for Okan because he's got to defend that KOPW title on April 3rd in Korakuen coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Up against Tongaloa.
I have to agree with you on that 100%. Which is bad.
Uemura got knocked down round 1, but at the very least, SANADA got as far along as we guessed he would, the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a tough one, but I'm going to give this to just 5 guys.
I'm probably also going to give it to just 5 guys. The United Empire just pretty much they crashed and burned. How can you, jeez.
Especially since Ospreay left.
Yeah, I know.
Next up, 3-way match for the IWGP Junior Tag Titles. Returning from injuries, Drilla Maloney and Clark Connors of the War Dogs defend against the Intergalactic Jet Setters, Kevin Knight and Kushida, and Catch 22, TJP, and Francesco Akira.
This is going to be a 3-way dance, all right.
You got to wonder how this is going to pan out. On paper, this does not favor the War Dogs because, 1, Maloney and Connors are coming back from injuries they suffered during the events of the Dog Pound Cage match at New Beginning in Osaka they were a part of. Trust me, that damn thing was a bloodbath.
It was a mess.
And they don't have to get pinned to lose the titles.
They don't have that, makes it even worse.
On the other hand, Kevin Knight and Kushida have been doing a lot more in TNA these days, especially when Kushida signed a contract with the company.
Mm-hmm.
And with both the United Empire is not any better. Catch 22 isn't better off either since TJP declared himself open weight.
Damn.
I'm telling you, in the next 6 weeks or so, this will be his final best of the Super Juniors before he moves up to the heavyweights. And Akira's going to have to find someone else to fill in the void or in the tag ranks with him.
Yeah, it's going to suck.
But out of this thing, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to actually give this to the War Dogs.
The War Dogs are going to be in a really rough battle. If they make it through this, it'd be a miracle.
And who are you taking if you're not taking them?
I'm putting it on Knight and Kushida.
So you're going the Jet Setters.
Yep, the Jet Setters it is.
IWGP Heavyweight Tag Titles. Bishamon. This time, the Challengers taking on Bullet Club's Chase Owens and Kenta. I feel for Hiroki.
You made a little bit of a boo-boo. Chase Owens and Kenta are the champs. The Challengers are Yoshihashi and Hiromu.
That's what I said. Bishamon the Challengers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then. Never mind. You were right.
I feel bad for Goto. Oh, after what happened at the New Japan Cup. I mean, true. He had his road to the finals was circumstantial. First round bye, Finlay getting sick in the quarters. He only had to do 3 matches in the whole tournament. But that said, the guy lost his father a couple of months ago.
That's not. Oh my God! I send condolences. Before we continue, I send my condolences to his family.
Same here. And I really would have wanted to see him win the cup for the 4th time and finally win the big one. But alas, at 44, he's past that point, and he loses the big one yet again. Oh, that's been the mantra with Hiroki Goto. Always a bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yep. Which is a shame.
Just for once, New Japan, throw this guy a bone. Let him be world champion, damn it.
Yep. I'm sorry, but as much as I like seeing Chase Owens and Kenta retain, I'm voting on Hashi and Goto. They got to throw a bone for the guy at least. He went through so much that it's just wrong.
Especially when you consider the last 2 years, he and Yoshihashi have dropped the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Titles at this event. 2022, they dropped them to Okan and Cobb. Last year, they dropped them to Aussie Open.
Yep.
This year, they're on the other end. Let's see if fortune favors them. I will also go Bishamon.
Excellent.
Now we go to the piss break for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Show of the House of Torture, defense against his former partner in Roppongi 3K. Yo.
Okay, why do you consider it a piss break?
Show is a piece of shit. Ever since joining the House of Torture, he's been a conniving little bastard. He basically had to steal the title physically from Desperado and had to cheat, i.e. having Ren Narita stay under the ring, and then when it was close to a count of 20, have him choke Desperado out so he'd win the title via count out in Sapporo. The next night, Yo stole the title, and then throughout the tour, it was a game of cat and mouse between Yo and Kanemaru. And then yesterday, it was basically a number 1 contenders match between Yo and Kanemaru to see who'd get Show at Sakura Genesis that went to Yo.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the damn bingo card and drinking games are going to be available when it's a fucking House of Torture match.
Indeed.
And you know
Sorry, but here's my vote. Show ain't winning this. I'm putting it on Yo.
I'm going safe bet here.
Why would you go safe bet? That's not even the best plan.
Let me explain. Historically, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title has only changed hands once at New Japan's April event, but never in the Ryogoku Sumo Hall during this time of the year. The only time it did, the G1 Supercard at the Garden in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I hate to do this, I am taking Show to hold on to it.
And my vote's on Yo. It's time for this POS to be put in its place.
Couldn't agree more, but with the amount of House of Torture bullshit shenanigans, I'm not counting on it.
Yeah, you're kind of right.
Your turn. Next match is the special.
This is a little bit of a special sort. A 30-minute limit match. We have on this corner Jon Moxley and Shota Umino take on Ren Narita and Jack Perry.
Another match involving the House of Torture. And I agree with Shota Umino. For the last almost 3 years now, we've had to deal with House of Torture BS. The fans in Japan are sick of it. The fans here in the West are sick of it. You're sick of it. And I'm especially sick of it. Why doesn't New Japan just pull the trigger on killing this damn subgroup?
Well, you got to think of it in various ways. Like, I wonder if the House of Torture, like, being like a big profitable, I think. I'm not sure.
Tell me about it. But that said, the cheating has got to stop. Either Tanahashi puts his damn foot down on this faction and books them in matches where they go into a losing tailspin and never get another sniff of any title ever again, to the point they all point the finger of blame at Evil and kick his ass out of it. And then leave him. Or have a tag match where the losing between them and the War Dogs, where the losing side of the faction has to drop the Bullet Club name.
Yep.
Because the fan base in both East and West has had it with this fucking subgroup.
I do not blame you.
I'm taking Umino and Moxley. You?
I'm also taking Umino and Moxley. Screw the House of Torture.
Fuck them to death, for all I care.
And we now have 2 matches left. I'll take this one while you handle the main event. For the Never Openweight Championship title, we have our challenger, Shingo Takagi, take on the champion, Evil.
In his second defense.
Yep. I'm surprised the website didn't even mention it.
I mean, do I expect more House of Torture shenanigans? Well, depending on how badly Sho, Perry, and Arena are brutalized a couple of weeks from Saturday.
They should at least be brutalized, so that way they don't interfere. That would make the match worth it.
You still forgot about Yujiro, Kanemaru, and Dick.
Mm-hmm.
Even if Narita and Perry are crippled, you still gotta keep an eye out on those 3. Remember?
Yep. So my vote, I'll have to play this. I don't know if I should play the safe bet, but on one hand, playing the safe bet would mean it would be pretty obvious. But on the other hand, if I went with Takagi, then basically it would mean that House of Torture shenanigans would lead to him not winning. This is hard.
Feel ya. I mean, the last time Evil defended that belt at this event was Hyper Battle 22, but there was a story behind it. In the 2022 New Japan Cup, he lost to Hiromu Takahashi, and in the weeks leading up to that event, Hiromu had his number, rolling him up, even using his own finisher, Everything is Evil, a impactful sweeping STO against him to get wins. But when the push came to shove in the match, House of Torture interference, and Hiromu basically committing to tunnel vision to kill Evil, blew up in Takahashi's face, and Evil got the win.
Mm-hmm.
Coupled with the fact that Hiromu was still stationed as a junior heavyweight, and when juniors go after that never belt, they almost never win.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whoever gets Evil next, sentence him to death. I don't care if it happens at Taku. I don't care if it happens at Dominion. Just get that belt off him. Get some paint thinner and scrub that black off the plates.
Exactly. My vote will be on Takagi.
Take an Evil.
Of course you're playing it safe.
Finally, main event. For the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, the 2024 winner of the New Japan Cup, the Gene Blast, Yota Tsuji, challenges his boss in Los Ingobernables de Japón, El Ingobernable, and the current reigning and defending 8th IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, Tetsuya Naito.
Yep.
Why do I have a gut feeling that Tsuji is going to turn heel and kick Naito out of the faction, or he's going to hop ship after winning the title? Because 6 has never been a good number for LIJ in terms of the number of operatives. For those who don't believe me, think about it. 2020, there was, after New Japan Cup 2020, which was won by Evil, there were 6 operatives. And what did he do when Naito threw the fist up? He did this.
Mm-hmm.
He too sweeted. he hopped ship to Bullet Club. But again, circumstances left a bunch of political deep state operatives unleashing a virus that was nowhere near as deadly as it was, but they hyped it up using the media talking tool and then covered it up.
Yep.
To expedite panic led to the borders abroad getting closed and Bullet Club being stretched thin. So they had to poach. Last year, SANADA beat Naito during the quarters of the New Japan Cup and decided to leave LIJ of his own volition and joined what was known as Just 4 Guys and took over and renamed it Just 5 Guys. And this was after Teton joined in October of 2022. When Evil did, it was after Shingo joined in October of 2018.
Yep.
But is it too soon to put the belt on Yoda? This is a case where I don't know. I mean, last time he wasn't ready because it was immediately after he got back from excursion. These two have only faced each other once, and it was during the pandemic in 2021, just before the G1 Climax 31 tournament, when Yoda was going to be sent off on excursion, where he'd spend 2 years bouncing around between the CMLL in Mexico and Rev Pro in the UK.
Indeed.
This is going to be a tough one. I'm throwing the coin out. If it's heads, I'm going Naito. Tails, Tsuji.
Fair enough. Let's let it flip.
It's heads. I'm going Naito.
I'm also going Naito. Sorry, Tsuji, but for as much as we want to see you win it, I don't think he's ready.
I still say New Japan could pull a fast one on us.
Only time will tell.
That it will. That's it for tonight's show. Catch us on the day in the hours leading into WrestleMania. We will try to bring in Gabe Has Sports Saturday, April 6th, 5 o'clock. For our picks of WrestleMania 40, nights 1 and 2. Comment, like, sub. We are the MegaMets podcast, and we are signing out, so we must bid you adieu. So goodbye, and good fucking night. Bang.
Yep. See you then.
Thanks for the help tonight.
Always.